Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. So I'm gonna start off this video by saying a very big happy birthday to Esther. Yes, Esther of Big Brother Naija peppered them season. Today is her birthday, and I think she's turning 24, if I am not mistaken. Today is her birthday, so happy birthday to her. Okay, last night was so much fun. I ain't gonna lie. The housemates made me laugh. Tricky T! Hey God, Mr. Tranquility was tranquilized. Chukiti was so high. Like, he was so high. He kept talking and talking and talking. Even when they were doing the truth or dare game, he kept talking and talking. Dorathy had to sit beside him. Oh my goodness, tricky, oh, tricky. The only Ijo guy I know, yeah, he's an Ijo guy now, that's like gets high like that. Like, people from South most times, they don't really I don't know why, but they don't really get that drug. But Tricky did not he said in his defense, he says that Origin, the brand, kind of like messes him up. So yeah, he was so drunk that he kept, he apologized to his mom, he apologized to Biggie, he apologized to, I think, to his pastor. Thank God for Dorathy. Anyways, Dorathy was so kind. I don't know if Dorathy is the first child in their household, because she's acting like one. She has this motherly thing, because I saw it also when Erica was high, or when Erica was drunk. She also did the same thing. Now she did the same thing for Trickity. She actually tucked him to bed, and he was telling Dorathy how she has kissable lips and all that. I'm like, now what? Anyways, there were other dramas, like during the truth and dare. Also, I'm sure Ozo slept a happy man last night. Kai, Ozo slept a happy man, because all the things, like somebody said that, you see that hand that Ozo used to massage, Nengi's behind, that he ain't gonna wash it again. I know that's like a bit of an exaggeration, but you could see him do you notice something, people of God? Yeah, Ozo was smiling, but do you notice something? At first I thought, okay, maybe it's just me, but then I noticed that whenever Ozo is getting high, maybe not like high, he starts smiling, like, and his eyes would just go small like that. He would just start smiling, that kind of smile. Yeah, I saw that look on his face. Also, he actually gave what's her name, Talani Badge, a striptease. He carried her up. I'm like, hey God. He also was very happy. Nengi, oh my goodness, Nengi is a good sport when it comes to all these truth and dare games. Dorothy is a clown. Like, when what's his name, Kiddwaya, was now asked to kiss her neck, I think for 15 seconds. He kept doing it, and Dorothy was screaming, hey, hey. It's just so funny. He did not even stop till I think she fell on the ground, or I don't know, he still followed her till he completed that 15 seconds. Dorothy picked Laycon to show out a fellowshipping position, and she was like, I don't know how to do it. Tricky T was asked to pick 3 girls, one to exhibit a fellowship position, the other one to, I don't even know, then the other one to, I think, kiss his nipples or something. And he chose Nengi, he chose Dorathy, he chose Watoni on her own end. I think everybody was, when she was her turn, everybody was looking at her, oh, is she going to scatter tables and pick Kiddwaya? But I think she actually picked Ozo. The other one, they told her to pick somebody that she has feelings for and tell them how they feel. Then she picked, I think she said Bright O, that Bright O must be there. Then when they now went to call Bright O, they came out, they said Bright O was in the restroom, but Bright O was in the kitchen. But at last, Neo and what's her name, V, now went to call Bright O out, and she actually, when Bright O came out, Praise was actually doing his own dare on what's her name, on Watoni. that was pouring alcohol on her navel and licking it or something like that. And then when they were done, it was now Watoni's time to confess her love to somebody. And guess what? She used reverse psychology on Bright O. She actually started confessing her love to what's his name, Praise. And I think Bright O got the message loud and clear. But at the end of the day, though, she and Bright O ended up in his bed and they were cuddling. What a night it must have been for the both of them. I'm sure maybe by the time they wake up this morning, Bright O will stop his scheming against Praise, or maybe he will intensify it. Me, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, help me rejoice. So help me rejoice, because we are happy, because after all the searching we have been searching, we searched all the forests, we searched the rivers, we searched mountains, we searched high and low, we have finally found V's period. Yes, the period came last night, so it's a wonderful thing. You know, it's a wonderful thing. We are not going to be having any lockdown babies anytime soon, but it's okay. But we are still ready with our Ashebi, you know, in case it's time for any Duduke movement, we are there. Anyways, what else? Tolani Badge and Prince had issues last night, basically because during the truth and dare thing, Tolani Badge was asked to pick, I think, 2 guys, and she went to Prince, and Prince refused, you know, and that kind of was embarrassing. Like, it was really embarrassing. Even after the truth and dare game, Watoni came to Prince and told Prince, that if I were her, I wouldn't talk to you, because that stuff was like pretty much embarrassing. But they later had a talk. She cried. You know, she actually said that she missed her sisters, that she would love to talk to her sisters. Then she explained to Prince that, you know, when it comes to her, he acts so differently, cold, too serious. But when it comes to people like Dorathy, he's always free, playful. That it's almost like he becomes another person entirely when he's with Dorathy or Watoni, you know. And Prince was like, it's not like that. That when I'm with Dorathy and all, it's just me listening. I'm like, oh God, it's a lie. Because even after they had that talk and went inside, the communication between him and Dorathy, I think he saw Dorathy. He and Tolani Badge chose Dorathy along that side. They parked their clothes near the bathroom, and you know, he was like, oh, is there a queue? And Dorathy said no, that she was actually looking out for those that are feeling sick. And, you know, the communication between them is there. Like, the connection is there. You can't compare it with that and Tolani Badge. And I love one thing that Tolani Badge told Prince. She was like, you are Mr. Nigeria and I'm Tolani Badge. You cannot use me and catch cruise on national TV. I'm like, go girl. But in as much as I like what she said, I believe that when you start questioning, or when you start asking a guy to act a particular way, you start questioning if he likes you or if he doesn't like you, you start doubting what you have with him. I think that's a clear sign that that guy might not really be into you. Seriously, because the basic things that's supposed to come naturally for somebody that loves somebody is really not coming naturally with Prince and Tolani Badge. Okay, like, it doesn't, to me, it's for us outside, we are seeing it. I'm sure a lot of people too are seeing it, you know, but maybe she knows, or maybe Tolani Badge knows that relationship, you know, but maybe she doesn't want to be alone, you know, especially because maybe she's the one that came onto him, what, I don't know, but it's looking like that, because it's not looking like love at all. It's looking like almost as if I'm doing you a favor, that kind of a stuff. So yeah, that's what happened. And Kiddwaya and Erica, that was the highlight of the night. Yeah, that was the highlight with Kiddwaya and Erica, because he picked from the jar where it was said that he should pick a girl and I think kiss her nipples or something for like 15 seconds. And he, after walking round, he picked Erica. I'm like, oh my goodness. And he actually did, but I think she was still wearing on top of her clothes or something. He actually did. And Dorathy is a clown once again. You see her facial expression, you know, she was pointing towards Laycon. Laycon closed his eyes and all that. You see V's expression. I'm like, what is going on? Laycon, no, they want to finish my Laycon for me. They were like directly in hate because they were in the middle. That was for me the highlights Dorothy's facial expression was crazy. The way she was even pointing at Laycon. Totally bad. Was like, oh my goodness, Rikiti now tried to cover, Laycon from seeing what's going on. Yeah, that was to me, that was the highlight of the night. And after all said and done, praise now went to Lucy, because Lucy did not participate because I think she was feeling down because of what happened earlier in the evening. So praise went to her and told her that in as much as they have issues, or she has issues with some people in the house, that truth be told, that they actually do care about her, so she should not feel like nobody really cares about her. And I think that's a sweet thing. Maybe that's the alcohol in Praise talking, because he kept hugging everybody, telling everybody that he loves them. He even gave a shout out to his son and to his soon-to-be wife, and he actually went out and started telling Kiddwaya that he has feelings for Watoni. Yeah, at that point I'm like, maybe it's the alcohol talking, or maybe he should be taken seriously. Like when somebody is high, some people just get to say all the truth they have to say that they don't have the guts to say without the help of alcohol. So who knows, maybe that's the case. I don't know, maybe that's the case. Anyways, that's basically what happened last night. The truth and dare games were there, but I just feel like Neo, should loosen up a bit, if he wants to be the anchor of such games next time. He should just loosen up a bit, because at some point it was just like, it was just there. But I feel in the game, Ozo really had fun, Dorathy had fun, Nengi had fun. Oh, I didn't tell you guys where Nengi had to remove her her brazier, her brazier, and she put it on Chukiti's head, and Chukiti was like, oh, this is my greatest achievement. Oh, he even knelt down. I'm like, this guy is a madman. When Dorathy was asked to take out 4 things from what Prince was wearing, she took out his microphone, she took out his shirt, she took out his pants, like his trousers. Then it was now remaining his boxers and his durag. I'm like, Dorathy, don't try it. That's your ticket. Don't try it. But Dorathy had mercy on him and just removed the durag. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened last night. And you remember in my last video, I told you guys of what Utsi Nwachukwu, former Big Brother Africa winner, said about Laycon. Yeah, so after much bashing, because a lot of people were bashing him, because it's not cool to look down on people and all that. So he came out and he tweeted this, even though he deleted that tweet. But how can you delete it? Something I already have, like millions of people have, something that Laycon's handler also retweeted and put out love and light, to reply to Uti. He now came out and said this. Okay, I got a little carried away watching Big Brother Naija. Guys, what I said really wasn't cool, and I acknowledge it, so it's deleted. Just a little reminder to all of us, to remember that even though it's a show, they are real people, so make una no vex. I admire the fact that he actually came out to apologize, but then again, I feel there are some certain things we ought not to do in the first place to avoid situations like this, especially when you're a public figure, and when you say stuff, people see them and people actually adhere to it. So I feel at this point, him saying the things he said is really not cool. I feel in future he should just try to avoid situations like this, because Uti has this way of finding himself in situations like this. This is not the first time, and it always has something to do about Big Brother. I remember last season when he was bashing Tacha and all that. I remember. So he should just have a way to control his emotions and not just get carried away with typing, because the internet never forgets. Even though he deleted the tweets, we all have the tweets. We all have it. So yeah, imagine when Laycon comes out and then he now has to interview Laycon in his show, Jara. Oh yeah. So imagine how awkward it will look. Even though I know someone like Laycon will not take things like this to heart, but he will look Uti will look very, it will be very embarrassing for him. Like, this is somebody you actually look down on, and this is somebody you're not interviewing, because there's a very high tendency that might happen. So yeah, his apology has been tendered, and I know it's been accepted. So yeah, so moving on. So you guys remember I put out a post on my community post here on YouTube, that was yesterday, and I told you guys that there might be a twist from what I heard about Big Brother bringing in new housemates. And I just got this from African Magic. I saw it's been circulating around actually. So I'm just gonna read what it wrote. New lockdown gang members. After 5 evictions, the housemates are down to 15, and from your responses, 15 won't do. You want more. You suggested that to spice things up a bit, there should be a few more housemates added. So from this, now I understand when the person that told me what that there might be new housemates. So I am all up for that. If they can even introduce them this Saturday, it would be really, really nice, because it's as if the house has become more predictable, and Big Brother shouldn't be predictable at all. There should be twists and turns. So yeah, there might be new housemates to be added in the Big Brother Naija show, and we are all here for that. Okay guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much for being part of my channel. Let me know what you think about all this. Did you have fun? Did you watch what happened last night? Did you have fun? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your girl, Azina Williams. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye, guys.